Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Sheik Luch, LOXD Block, Silverback. Hey, yo, right now I need to shout out the ISUPK classes.
I want to give a huge, big, humongous shout out to all the UPK schools.
Shout out to Black Watch, hosted by General Johanna. Word, I need y'all to check out Cross the Line Radio as well, man. They've been open all week from 7 to 9. They ain't shut down because of the corona, the COVID and all that. They rockin' strong, you know what I mean?
Think we got a problem, but really it ain't though. It's one of me and these bitches, I count about 3, 4. Think we got a problem, but homie just all talk. He ain't gon' pop a balloon with a pitchfork. Think we got a problem in the club with this dog. Rude boys, dogs, ladies, everybody.
All right, let's see how this sounds. All right, Akwathium. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the Brotherhood and Sisterhood class. We're gonna see how that works out today. How's it sound? Sound good? All right. No sweat. All right. So what we want to do is we want to get into this Brotherhood and Sisterhood class. And if you a brother or sister, man, then you should be in class, man. No more damn excuses. I mean, damn, you done chilled the whole 2022. It's dark when you wake up in the morning now. The summertime is over. You know what I'm saying? The time for playing the hot girl summer's over. All of that's over now. All right? Kids are back in school. It's time to get back serious. Now, for the people that is not in here, I mean, how long do you, maybe next year, maybe 2023. Oh, who knows, but then you'll find some reason not to be in here, and why you can't come in here and sit your butt in class for 2 hours. I was thinking about that. I was at my slavery, right? And I was thinking about that. I'm thinking to myself, it's really, we only require people, brothers and sisters, to come to class for 2 hours, 7 to 9. That's it, man. You know what I mean? 7 to 9 p.m. That ain't too much, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to you'll go to a college class and sit in there all day. You know what I'm saying? And won't complain about nothing. You know what I mean? And this is actually something that can make you better. Could actually make you better as a person, show you how to deal with your problems, show you how to endure, things like that. And we can't even give 2 hours to it, an hour for that much. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely like what we need to change moving into the next year. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I mean, we going into the new year, 2023. It's election year, not the actual election year, but this is where they're going to start, trying to get votes again. You know what I'm saying? For 2024, and you're going to see the excuse my language, the shit show that's going to happen, and how they're going to pander the black people so much. And if you're a brother or sister that's smart and you're not dumb, then you'll be able to peep game. But if not, then you're going to be like the other idiots that's going to be in the line voting for for Joe Biden again. Because, he didn't have enough time to do anything for black people these last couple of years. He needed a little bit more time, right? That's always our reasoning behind everything, which makes no damn sense to me. All right. So what we have to do is this year coming up, man, when we going into this new year, we have to strengthen our brotherhood, and strengthen our sisterhood too. You know what I'm saying? To get up in this truth. And if you got a problem with somebody, you work it out. You go to see that brother. You know what I'm saying? If you a sister, you go see that sister and you let them know that you got an issue with them or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a coward. that goes for sisters too. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be a coward. Don't be a punk. Go see about the problem that you got, because what happens when you don't handle situations? When you don't handle situations, what happens is the demon starts to fester in you, and then you start looking at it like, one thing could just make everything explode because you didn't address the situation when you had the chance to. So that's why we are big on going to your brother, your sister, you know what I'm saying, getting wise counsel. You know what I'm saying? Wise counsel. Not if you a brother, don't get counsel from your mans and your mans in them. You know what I'm saying? Go get counsel from, the men that are above you, the men that can see the situation and give you counsel from somebody who's not necessarily around you every day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we will more likely would rather somebody that knows you. Oh yeah, sometimes it's good to get fresh counsel from somebody that don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sisters, and don't go get no counsel from some stinking sister that's not in the school. Right. Don't go get no don't go get no counsel from a sister that's escaping a cult. Escaping a damn cult. What the hell are you talking about? But y'all get my point. All right. Danielle Roundtree, Danielle, Augusta, Georgia. Yeah. All right. Imam Zamora. All right. Chicago in the building. Yeah. Trooping the hall. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like we wanna, strengthen this brotherhood, strengthen the sisterhood. And just be ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, this is not a short race. It's a marathon, and how you gotta, and it truly will separate men from boys. It'll separate the women from the little girls. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they would rather just be a little boy or a little girl. And no cowards, New Jersey in the building. That's right. So, that's what this whole thing is about. It's about going out here to a bunch of brothers and sisters who are hard-headed, who just don't want to get it. I'm tired of, I'm just tired of talking to people on the phone. Like now I'm to the point where I give you a few words on the phone and that's about that. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I used to want to tell you all the scriptures and really make you really want to come to class. But now I could care less, because most of the time, probably about 95% of the time, everybody who calls my phone is just wasting my time anyway. You're not going to come to class. You're not going to, it's like different stages to it. It's the stage, the calling stage. And then it's the come to class stage, which is two different levels. But, if you're a type of brother or sister that's really, you really want to know about the truth and things like that, then you'll take the necessary steps to, get yourself all the way in here and sit in these classes and learn something. All right. All right. All right. So endurance, man. I wanted to go into endurance a little bit. I ain't gonna hit it too hard, but just really wanted to go into that. Also, if anybody got any questions in the classroom, or if you got any questions online, you can go ahead and get it on. All right. What you say? I gotta start writing these questions down. I can't remember. I gotta get a book. Hold on. Let me get a book. Yeah. Oh shit. It's not. I don't want it to be in that far. Just wanted to go out a little bit. All right. Let's see. What? Lock me.
He flexing right now. He know what he's doing.
This is what I want right here. This is what I want right here, man. Look, let me show y'all something, man. You know, what we want to do is, man, we want to make sure we got brotherhood and sisterhood, man. And that's the only way this thing is going to work. You know what I'm saying? And let me shut this. Stop this real quick. Yeah. So let me get who got their scriptures out. Hebrews 12:4. Let me get Hebrews 12:4, man. The mic is right there too. Hebrews 12:4. Yeah, 12:4. Hebrews 12:4.
Ready for it, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, warrior. You got it.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Ye have not resisted unto blood.
What's that mean?
Ye have not resisted.
Mm-hmm.
My question would be, what is the blood?
Like blood, like you meaning this, like you haven't like for this truth, man. You haven't have anybody beat you up for being in this truth? Have anybody came and and stomped you out for being in this truth? We haven't resisted on the blood. So what the hell is stopping you from getting in here and doing the work? Ain't nobody bullying you. Ain't nobody coming and and shooting up the campsite. Nobody's doing none of that, man. Ain't nobody coming and doing nothing. You haven't resisted on the blood. So what's the big issue? Why can't you get in here and do the work? You know what I'm saying? Like for the sisters too. Ain't nothing happening to you. You know what I mean? Like it's so much work that a sister can do in this school. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But you don't want to be that sister that just get caught up in what the hell your man is doing all damn day. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught up in that. You want to get caught up in the work too, as well. Of course, taking care of your husband, but of course, you want to make sure that you can be useful in the truth. You know what I mean? If you can find that talents for me, real quick, Mataziel, if you don't mind. But go ahead, warrior. You got it.
Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children.
Mm-hmm.
My son, despise not thou chastising of the Lord.
Despise what?
Despise not thou chastising of the Lord.
Right. That's like that's the thing. Like we don't want. Like we associate everything with the Lord as being good. Like God is good. Anytime I get a good check, it's like. Anytime I get some money, it's God. Anytime I get a Grammy award, it's God. Every time I get a new car, it's God. A new house, it's God. It's everything. You know what I mean? But a lot of that, those chastisement that you get from the Lord, those are the good things too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you learn your lesson. That's how you make yourself stronger in the truth, and that's how you get the necessary tools so that you can endure for a long time. Not like you just enduring for, you just come up in here and just want to start a rap career. No, that's not what the truth is about. You know what I'm saying? The truth is about way more than that. The truth is about work. It's about giving the truth your years, giving the Most High your years, giving the brothers and sisters that you're around your years. That's what the truth is about. You come in here, when you're 20s, then that's just when the Lord decided to wake you up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the test. That's when your journey starts. You know what I'm saying? Like men in the Bible, when you became a man, you was in the scriptures, you was like 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, you in your 20s, 29, whatever, you're a man. You know what I'm saying? If you a sister, you know what I'm saying, you in your 20s, whatever, you're a woman. You know what I mean? You're not like a little kid. So it's like now you have been selected by the Lord to get this understanding. So we can't throw it back in the Lord's face and be like, well, you know, I'm still young. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? You can go to war, and you reading the scriptures, and you can go to war at 20. And the only way you didn't have to go to war was if you had just got married. You know what I'm saying? If you had just got married, you didn't have to go to war. But but after you get that year to chill with your rib, you had to go to war. You know what I mean? If you had to go and in Esau's kingdom, you 18, you go to war. You know what I'm saying? You considered a man. So we gotta, at this point, what I'm saying is that we have to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we have to do, because we're like children in this place, you know, and I say this all the time, but that's what it really is. You know, when you look at, like, I was looking at something interesting today, not today, but it was maybe a couple months ago, and they were talking about how, like, in our culture, so-called black culture, which is rap music is black culture, right? But in our culture, men never really grow up. You get my point? Like, think about it, right? Look at all the like the rappers. All of them is little this, baby that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, hold on, let me see this, man. Just think about that for a second. You look at like rock music, or you look at country music, it's the name. You know what I mean? Like Garth Brooks. You know what I mean? But then you look at rap music, it's like Lil Baby, Da Baby, Lil Zane, Lil Wayne, little what? Yeah, young this, young that. These is grown men. Young Dolph. Young Dolph is a man. It's like, look, hold on. Rappers. I looked at it myself. Rappers with little in their name. Hold on. Lil Wayne, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Yachty, Lil Pump, Lil Baby, Lil Kim. She old as hell. Lil Dicky, not him though. Lil Bow Wow, Lil Jon, Lil B, Lil Mosey, Lil TJ, Lil Scrappy, Lil Bootsy, Lil Bibby, Lil Mama, Lil C's, Lil Reese, Lil Rob. like, huh? Right. It's like we live in a culture where we can't grow up. Like, we have to be children. You know what I mean? Like, this in this society, we have to be turned upside down. Everything has to be counterproductive. You know, if it's the welfare system, it got to make us poor. If it's and it is put out like it is better for us. You know what I'm saying? It helps us, but it really doesn't. So the welfare got to make us poor. The education got to make us stupid. Right. The music got to make us dumb. You know, everything has to like work counterproductively for us in this kingdom, because we have to be kids. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to be backwards. Men have to be women. Women have to be men. Men have to be kids. Women have to be little girls. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's the only way it works, because in this society, we're not allowed to be men and adults. And this is why the truth is important, because the truth makes you a man. It makes you an adult. You know what I mean? And those are the things that you want to stick to. You ever notice when you go, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You know how you go into the Arab stores in the block on the corner, and they got that high counter. You know what I'm saying? And you got to look up. You got to look. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard. But you know what I'm talking about? You go in there like I'm tall. So, you know, I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm up there. But like, for most of the people that's in the store, they're like this. Yeah. It's like a power dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Between the shop owner, which are those Arabs or those East Indians, and they're looking down at you. Like, what you want? Oh, okay. You want a blunt? All right. Here. You know what I mean? And it's like they up here and you're down here. And I hate Like for some reason, like when I go into these stores, I hate being in a line. You know what I'm saying? Like a line just makes me really understand, like, and really feel the oppression. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in a line and everybody in the line and we're just lined up for them to take our money. You know what I mean? And the Lord gives us a way out of that, because the scriptures say oppression make a wise man mad. If you're not mad enough to be in this truth and mad enough to be a brother to your brother or sister to your sister, then the Bible says you're unwise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be mad at oppression, but not the kind of mad to say, well, I'm gonna just go home and sit down and I don't care about nothing, and I'm gonna just go home and just chill. You know what I mean? Not that kind of mad. You got to be the kind of mad that's like, man, I'm going to go to camp. I'm going to go to camp. I'm going to get out here. I'm going to do what I got to do. And I'm going to get out here and I'm going to help my brothers in the war. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like, I asked Captain Ariel this question, right? We was on our way back from camp. And I look at him and I said, man, you know, you've been in this truth a long time. And he was like, yeah, you know, and I said, you know, he's like a type of person that stays on the battlefield. You know, like if this was real wartime, you ever notice how like say if it's like, you know, you see a war movie, there's always those groups of soldiers that's just always in the war. Like you just go to every tour, like you just in the war all the time. You know what I mean? You be in the war so much that, you know, bullets be flying, and you just be walking regular. You know what I'm talking about? You just be walking regular, like bullets going off, bombs going off, and you just walking regular, like, yo, man, we're gonna go over here, you know what I mean? Like, and other people that ain't never been in the war, they ducking and hiding behind everything. They just, you know, they not ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a brother like that. Like, we have to have camaraderie because we go to war together. You know what I'm saying? The sisters should have camaraderie because they go to war together too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it got to be beyond. Sisterhood has to be beyond planning. You get my point? Like it got to be beyond planning. Like, okay, so we're all gonna go out. Is that no? It should be sisterhood regardless. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, look, we sisters regardless, man. Look, man, we ain't gotta like. Well, okay. How many people do we have coming? It ain't gotta be like that all the time. Just be a sister, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be down. You know what I mean? Just come through, swing through. Don't click up. That's whack. That's the wackest SHIT ever. Right. You know what I mean? Don't fall into that. Oh, I'm just only going to deal with these sisters and not those sisters. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the truth is big. You're not going to know every single brother in the school. You're not going to know every single sister in the school. So, of course, yeah, you're going to have people that you're going to be around more than others. But at the same time, when you get those opportunities to see other sisters, you get those opportunities to see other brothers, then go up and introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go up. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Shalom, what's going down? Oh, man, hey, I see you all the time on YouTube or whatever the hell. But the point is, you know what I'm saying, you always want to have that camaraderie with the men that are in the war. You know what I mean? When war with you, you always want to have that sisterly camaraderie with your sisters. You know what I'm saying? That's what this whole school is built on. That's the foundation of this school. And like what Paul said, we haven't resisted on the blood. Ain't nobody in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, we had Alba Bivens and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, at this point, ain't nobody, you know what I mean, like bullying you not to go to camp, or nobody's showing up to camp to give you a beat down every week. So go to camp. You know what I mean? Do some work. All right. You had that one about the talents. All right.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25, starting with verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1.
So this is representing work. You know what I mean? The work. Some brothers get 5 talents, some brothers get 2. You know what I mean? Just depending on the type of responsibility, the level of responsibility that you have in the school. You know what I'm saying? Like me, myself, you know what I mean? I'm at the level of a captain. So I have a lot of responsibilities because that's the level of responsibility that I'm at. Just like a brother who might be 500, 5,000, 1,000, whatever is your level of responsibility, that's your talents, right? Go ahead.
To every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Verse 16, then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents.
Right. So this brother here, he increased his work. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you want to do. If you a trooper, then your job is to make sure you checking in. Your job is to make sure that you keep the bathroom clean, you keep the class clean. You know what I'm saying? You load the camp equipment up, you read at camp. That's your job, right? Not a hard job. You ain't got to talk. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to battle nobody. You ain't got to have the whole school on your back when you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's your time to just chill, relax, observe. You know what I'm saying? Go to class, get built up, and get ready to go to the next level. You get my point? Like, that's so. If you're a trooper in this school, you have your talents, right? Just like the brother who's an officer of 50, he has his talents that he has to do. He has his responsibility. But the main thing you want to do is increase those things, those your office, right? Keep going.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 17. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2.
Right.
But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money.
Right. So that's keep going. I'm sorry.
Verse 19. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou delivered unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Verse 22. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliveredest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant.
Right. So okay, I'll go to finish that sentence.
Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things.
You see that? Now, so you see, like, the brother who might have 5 or 10 talents, he can get the same reward as the brother that got 2 talents, or just not even as many responsibilities, is going to get the same reward as the brother that had a lot of responsibilities. Right? If you a sister in the school, you might not have the same responsibility as an officer in the school, but you can get that same reward. You know what I mean? As the brothers who do have to do all of those other things, right? You just got to be the type of person that's willing to increase, not stay the same. Right? You're not gonna. If you're a sister, you're not gonna grow in the truth if you're just watching your man all day, just trying to figure out a way to just bitch at him for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And I'm sorry for my language, y'all, but we just keeping it real. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to increase that way. You're just going to sit by, and you're going to let years and years and years and years and years and years going to go by. And then you're going to look up and you're going to be in the truth for 10 years and you haven't done anything. Right? Yeah. You know, of course, you did what a wife is supposed to do. Of course, that's totally fine. I'm not saying that you're not doing that. But what I'm saying is that there's sisters that can get into certain places that men can't get into. You know what I mean? There's places out here, organizations out here, you know what I mean, where sisters can go in there and get that food and bring it back. You know what I mean? The sister can go up in here and get a grant. You know what I mean? Get a grant from the government. Get a grant to do this or do that, or get a grant so that we can get a whole city block. You know what I'm saying? They might not be willing to deal with me because I'm 6'7". You know, my beard ain't shaved. You know what I mean? They like, man, I ain't dealing with this dude. You know what I'm saying? But a sister, she could go in there, you know what I'm saying, dressed up, and they might be like, oh man, I could deal with this person right here. She looks like this and that, and they might think you like that, but beneath all that, that sister is hardcore. But she's doing what she got to do to get, you know what I'm saying, to bring the bag home. You know what I'm saying? And if if sisters did a lot of that stuff, where we could be at. You know what I mean? The possibilities could be endless of what we could accomplish. You know what I mean? It's not about, well, I don't want to do, but because I can't teach the Bible, that means I can't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things we could do, man. Jail or prison programs, GED programs, college programs, Pell Grants, grants to do this, grants to do that. You know what I mean? I could go into a bunch of them. You know what I mean? But it's like, we all know that there's certain spaces that men can't get in that women can. And women could use that to their advantage to strengthen the truth and strengthen their talents and double, you know what I'm saying, the responsibility that they have. But remember, when Christ returns, that's what the Christ wants from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Christ don't want you to be the same when he returns. You know what I'm saying? Like, you came into the truth. You got some talents, right? You got some talents, and because you came into the truth. So now you got 2, 3, 4 talents, right? You're not supposed to keep the same 3 or 4 and 5 talents for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have that 3 is supposed to turn into 6. And that 6 is supposed to turn into 12. And that 12 is supposed to turn into 24. It's not supposed to say 2. And then 5 years later, you're like, damn, how many talents you got? Well, I still got the same 2. Nah, man, you tripping. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. And this is what it's talking about right here. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 25 and verse 24. Mm-hmm. Then he which have received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strong.
And you see what this is right here? What this is right here is he's giving an excuse. He's making up an excuse why he haven't increased his office. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of our people do. We make excuses. And that's why here in the school, it's no excuses. Right. There ain't no excuses, man. You know what I mean? And then you know what a lot of brothers will do? And this is what a lot of sisters will do too. Is they'll say, well, it's because they ain't got no brotherhood in there. It's because, you know, this ain't being ran right. That ain't being ran right. It's because these sisters ain't sisterly. It's because these brothers ain't brotherly. It's because it's always somebody else, but not you. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this truth, you want to keep blinders on. Run the race, man. Remember, like what Paul said, we run the race that we may obtain. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this whole thing is about. It's not about you just sitting there watching everybody else, what everybody else is doing and figuring out what's not right with what they're doing. Because what's happening is you're sitting down and you're standing in one spot and everybody's just outlapping you. And they're just going around, outlapping you. And then before you know it, you like, well, see, I'm escaping a cult. You know damn well you ain't escaping no cult, man. You know what I mean? Come on now. You know what a cult is, man? A cult, ain't nobody in here drinking cyanide, poisoning. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody in here committing mass suicide. This ain't no damn cult like how they would say, Jim Jones cult or, Charles Manson's cult, where, he got people out there committing murders on people and torturing people. You know what I mean? Tripping, man. This ain't the Rajneesh cult. You know what I mean? Like people, and it's like, it's funny how a lot of our people try to give excuses on why you can't increase your talents. You can't increase because, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Finish.
Oh, you can't increase because you're just a person you're just lazy. And you can't increase because you don't want to increase. And that's what this is talking about. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Salaka, if I may, it was just a thought about what you were saying about oh man, it just went.
No sweat.
It'll come back.
What about like the cults and about like people people giving excuses.
Salaka, yes, Thawada, sir. They like our people would rather choose death than to have righteous order and structure in their life. They would rather choose to die. They would rather choose to give us all types of hell than to have a righteous order in that we follow. That
Mm-hmm.
and to be in order. They don't like authority.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like people telling them what to do. They want to be the ones that tell people what to do.
Right.
And when that has to be earned.
Right. We have to have order. You know,
Right.
this ain't a school where we look down on women. What the hell they talking about when they say that? I'll be wondering that all the time. I'm like, what the hell you talking about? You know what I mean? This ain't a place where we look down on women. This ain't none of that, man. You know what this is? This is a place where we have to have order. Why? Because we've been out of order for so long.
Right.
We've been out of order for so long. You know, every other nation is in order.
Right.
You know, they in order. You know, you don't see Chinese. You'll never hear a Chinese woman say Chinese men ain't shit. You'll never hear that because they're in order. But you do hear that from our people. Like it's because of our lack of culture. You know what I mean? Like Chinese people would never get on CNN talking about the Chinese people. Right. They would never get on there talking about the government of the Chinese government, and because they actually care about their people, and they actually have order. And if you break that order, then you risk going to prison. You risk getting dealt with. Your family getting dealt with. But what we get on there and say, well, you know, black people ain't this, and black people ain't that on CNN, and black people should do this, and black people all day about what we should do, and it be our own people talking about us too on national TV. You know, with certain things that you're not supposed to talk about at the water cooler. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things you're not supposed to talk about in front of other people. That's not your nation. You know, it's certain things that we only supposed to talk about in the privacy of our you know, our own people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is the problem. We don't have nobody to police our people.
Right.
And then here in the school, you have somebody that's going to police you. You know what I mean? You look. Imagine I get on there and I'm talking about. I'm just saying, see, man, you know, because brothers this and that in the school, and they need to do this and that. They need to do that. You know. There's going to be somebody, matter of fact, when you open your mouth, somebody's going to see you and call you like, yo, man, cut that down. Shut that live down.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Sister on live. She on live crying and all that kind of stuff. Man, turn that live off, man. Because because what is it? You're looking for sympathy from your followers on Facebook.
Right.
Right? What are they gonna say? Praying for you, right? They're gonna throw the prayer hand emojis. You know, what are we looking for? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? We gotta like start to really take a look at the way we think. Go ahead.
Concert, Salaka, if I may, what they're looking for is for those likes and that attention to feed that demon that's on them.
Right.
And that's all it's going to do is feed that demon that's on them and make it worse.
Right. Because look, and this is for the sisters, man. When I'm not talking about the brothers in the school, but when you put posts up on Instagram and all that kind of stuff about your life and how, you're going through your problems. And then you get those dudes from the world that be responding. Those dudes are responding because they want to have sex with you. Really, you know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna expose the secret. That's what brothers want to do. Not brothers in here, but y'all get my point. What I'm talking about. Nigga, like, oh queen. See, man, I wouldn't do you like that, queen. Oh, cause see, you a Mother Earth. You know what I mean? Because without you, we wouldn't have melanin, and we wouldn't have this. And see, you the queen of the earth, and everybody needs you. See, and this blah 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 blah, and gas you up to the point. You know what I'm saying? You leave the school, and you with a damn dashiki on. You know what I mean? With some cat. You know what I mean? With some dreads. You know what I mean? And because you allowed somebody to shake you out of your reward that you're gonna get, man. Right. But it wasn't any more on that.
Come, sir.
Mm-hmm.
With verse 25, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth.
Uh-huh.
Lo, there thou hast that is thine.
Uh-huh.
His Lord answered and said unto him,
uh-huh,
thou wicked and slothful servant.
Slothful what?
Slothful servant.
That means lazy. Somebody that's slothful is lazy. You know what I mean? They're just lazy. And a lot of people, they try to use other things, abstract things, to not face the fact, you know, of that, the fact that you're just lazy. Right. You know what I mean? Like that. So they'll say, well, I left the cult. I survived. See, I survived the cult. That's what I did. I survived the cult, right? And I left because I just couldn't take it because they didn't have no brotherhood. Okay, well, if you got all this amazing brotherhood, then why don't you stay to teach us something? Right. You know what I mean? You could have stayed and taught us something, and then that way we all could have had this amazing brotherhood that you talking about. Right. But you know why we ain't gonna never get it? Because you ain't here. Right. And the reason that you're not here is maybe the reason that you're not here is because you're not a brother. That's right. You know what I mean? Or you're not a sister. That's why you're not here. Right. And you're trying to blame it on somebody else. Damn, bro. You know what I mean? There's some straight hardcore sisters in here, man. You know what I mean? These sisters is dope. You know what I mean? And don't let no negative Nancy. Don't let none of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let none of them shake you out of your crown, man. Shake you out of what the Lord has for you, because you want to listen to some dumb broad, man. Dumb. Just think about it, man. Okay, if you want to lead a school and go in the world, just go. You ain't gotta be like, see, I'm leaving, y'all. Right. I'm telling you, I'm leaving, y'all. Y'all see, I'm leaving. I'm gonna put another 2 posts up. After this post, I'm shutting my page down. Ain't that like, that is the dumbest thing ever. To announce that you're going to shut your page down. Right. Just shut the page down. Right? Just do that. Just shut the page down. You ain't got to say nothing. Just leave. Right? You know what it is? You don't have enough heart to leave. So you got to have suicide by the Brotherhood. Yeah. Suicide by the Sisterhood. That's a weak person. They a person that want to commit suicide, but they don't have enough heart to do it themselves. Right. So what they'll do is they'll go and have the cops kill them, right? Or have somebody else kill you because you don't have enough heart to kill your damn self. So you start trying to say, well, see, it's the Brotherhood. See, that's what it is. It's because they ain't got no brotherhood in there, so I gotta leave, right? So you want to get kicked out, right? Because you don't have enough heart to do it yourself. It ain't no protocol for how you should leave the school. Just leave. Right. And then after that, just what you got to go on a mission to try to shame the school, or a mission to try to put 1,000 posts up on Facebook. Because guess what's going to happen? Y'all know the time we're living in, right? We're living in a time that everything is fast, right? Mm-hmm. Look at the days. The days are going by like that. Yeah, it's already about to be 2023 like that. Yeah. Social media, 1 minute video, 1 minute, 2 minute videos, 3 minutes tops, right? The world moves. Something goes viral, not viral the next day, right? You think you might have a few people that might listen to you, right? But what's going to be in the next 2 months? Nothing. Nobody's going to listen to you no more. Nobody cares anymore, right? And if you in the world, then why do you have time to be worrying about people that's in a cult anyway, right? If I'm in the world, I knew when I was in the world, I ain't had time for none of that. What? Mm-hmm. Sitting on, I ain't gonna sit on another man's live feed and then when he picks me, I get on there and say something stupid. Right. Like that shows you just do not have a life at all. Like you know that nut that calls in to cross the line every week. Yeah, he waits on hold for an hour and a half. Mississippi. He waits online for an hour and a half on hold. Then they let him through. They say, "What's your name? Where you calling from? Y'all niggas are stupid." You waited that long. Like that nigga got patience. That is just amazing. You know what I mean? Right. He's the type of person that'll sit. He'll call a company, right, and sit on hold for 2 hours just to complain about their customer service. You know what I mean? Like for what? And that just shows you like a lot of people, man, just don't have a life. So why don't you just come in here and get one? You know what I mean? Come in here and get a life. Get a life where you can go and you can reach people in different cities. I spoke in Times Square. I ain't never been at a camp that big. You know what I'm saying? I was in Times Square speaking. You know what I mean? I get to go to places and speak. I get to have a life by being in this school. You know what I mean? So why would I leave the life that I have to go and have nothing? What? I mean, you know what I mean? You can be in this truth and still, you know what I mean, be cool. You know what I'm saying? You can still have fun in the truth. And a lot of people be thinking like, you know what I mean? You get into this truth, you can't have fun no more. You can have fun too. You know what I mean? You just doing it now with a new set of morals. You know what I mean? All right. Is that any more on that?
If you want.
Let me get the one where it says consider the ant.
Come on.
Oh, I'll find it for you.
That's like Proverbs, right?
Oh, yeah, it's Proverbs. I'm about to find it for you right now. It's Proverbs 6:6.
Yeah.
Proverbs 6:6.
Come on.
If you need time, you know, to subscribe it and everything like that.
Come on, sir.
And hold on, let me change this. Hey, could you throw that one headpiece right there? This is a little too hot. Water. Yeah. Tam is a little too hot, y'all. Gotta switch it up. That's more like wintertime. Huh? Nah, I'm good. I'm good to go. The Tam is a little too hot today. All right. Most High in Christ. All right. All right. So all right, so here we go, right? We're gonna keep it going, right? Y'all stay down, all right? All right, you got it. Proverbs 6:6.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Go to the ant,
Uh-huh.
thou sluggard.
Right. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, right?
Consider his ways and be wise.
Right. Consider her ways and be wise. Uh-huh.
Verse 7, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler.
Right. So ant doesn't have a god over them. An ant doesn't have a ruler over them. You know what I'm saying? An ant is just an insect. But when you look at an ant, what is an ant doing? It's working. Ants are moving, they working, they building, they're doing all kinds of things. And so with the scripture is saying that, if you are a brother who's lazy or you a sister who's lazy, just look at an ant. just look at the ant and consider the ant. The ant doesn't have nothing over him or anything. The ant just move, or any insect for that matter. You know what I mean? Look at the work that they're doing. You know what I mean? And consider what they do. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 8, provided her meat in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and gather her food in the harvest.
Uh-huh.
Verse 9, how long wilt thou sleep?
Uh-huh. Right. How long are you going to sleep? How long are you going to sit back and just do nothing? So many people call my phone talking about, I was seeing you on YouTube, I seen y'all at, and and I'll be like, yeah, okay, cool, man. We got classes at this time, and classes are on this day and that day, and that's pretty much all I got for you. I ain't really got too much, it's like real rehearsed, you know what I mean? What are y'all, could you tell me about the school? Well, we the Israelites, and we believe that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the real Jews. And, we got to come back, follow the commandments. And then through that, we'll be able to get our brothers off and sisters off drugs. And, we can get out of this hell that we in called America. Done. Right? So you're going to come to class? Yeah. I don't see nobody that I talk to. Get my point? Like it's just a lot of people just talk. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I mean? But because everybody's not gonna have the same zeal as some people. But I mean, I don't see, like, when I was in the world, right? And I was sitting on that bed, and I remember when I was smoking weed, watching the ISUPK videos, and I was watching it, and I used to sit back and I used to read my Bible, because it was it was fun to do because I was so damn high. You know, it was like, oh man, let me look in here and see what new stuff I can learn and take to work and wow my friends at work, you know. And I would look at it like that, right? And then my other friend he turned me on to the UPK, we used to watch videos together and we would sit down and talk all this, you know, political stuff and talk all this Black Power stuff. Y'all know what I'm saying? You know, the road that leads you to the truth. You know what I mean? And I remember I said, yo, man, I'm gonna go to class. You know what I mean? Because I had seen, like, I called Captain Tazariak and he answered the phone. I was like, I seen the number on the video, and it was like a celebrity answered the phone. You know what I mean? You know how like you know what I'm talking about? You know, like you see, like I used to see Captain Tazariak everywhere on YouTube, and then I called the number on the phone, and he was actually talking to me on the phone. I was a little bit you know, like, damn, you know what I mean? He really on the phone right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I was talking to a celebrity and I'm like, yeah, I want to come to New York to come to class. And he was like, where you live at? I was like, well, I live in Delaware. He was like, nah, you don't got to come to New York. Just go to Philly. And then I remember the night I went to Philly, man, the first night, it was General Mayak was teaching class. I went in there and it was, you know, and I always tell this story to brothers, but I went in there and they had incense burning. And I'm looking around and I'm like, this is a cult. You know what I mean? That was literally what I was thinking. I'm like, this is a cult. This ain't the traditional church. But when the general was talking, it was like everything he said just like made so much sense to me. You know what I mean? Because I've always prided myself in being the type of person that can understand practically, you know what I'm saying? Like things have to like really be practical. It has to really make sense. That's the reason I've been here this long, because the truth makes perfect sense to me. It's not like I wasn't the type of brother that needed 1,000 scriptures and then, you know, in 10 years to come in. I didn't have to keep going and seeing brothers at camp every single week and standing there for 2 hours every week for me to come to class for one day. It didn't take me that. Once I heard what he was saying, I was just like, this makes perfect sense. Yo, this is dope. And next thing you know, I just kept going back. And I remember the first day I was at camp, I went to camp and this white boy came. And the white boy came he was like, what's up? What y'all trying to do? You know what I'm saying? He came on, right? He was ready to fight. And he was scaring the people in the crowd, right? He walked up. He like, what's up? What y'all want to do? Like, and these are just the people that's just watching the speaking. He walked up on them too, like in their face. And you know what black people were doing? A lot of the brothers out there, they were like this. You know what I mean? White boy came. So I'm sitting there like, yeah, walk over here because I ain't in the school yet. You know what I mean? But I got all black on, but I ain't in the school yet. I'm just out there to support. I just had flyers and I was just standing there just supporting the brothers. And he looked at me and he could tell, like, you know, you don't want to do this. You know what I mean? You could stay over there, and whoever you know, those guys might cower to you, but I'm not going to cower to you. And he could see it. Like, he looked at me and just went back up to the front. You know what I mean? And it started talking trash to the camp or whatever. But then when he was talking trash to the camp, I don't know why I did it, but I walked up and I stood with the camp. But I was on the other side of the signs. You know what I'm saying? I was on the other side of the signs. I'm like, okay, this is my first time out here, but if it go down, I'm riding with these brothers here, and we're gonna smash this Edomite that's out here. This is what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? This is my way in the truth. So I literally stood, I was on the other side of the signs. They behind the signs, you know, going at them. But I stood on the outside of the signs, in front of the signs, and I was like, what's up? You know what I mean? And the video was out, and I remember Commander Joe Yohana was like, yo, I seen you. I didn't know him. I didn't know Commander Joe Yohana. He was new at the time. I was new to the school at the time. I ain't had no rank, nothing, but he was like, yo, I seen you on that video. You know what I mean? I saw you on the video. You was standing in front of the camp like that. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, that's an amazing spirit to have, and don't lose that spirit. You know what I mean? And ever since then, man, it was like my legs was like this, and then they just put me down on the road, and I just was like, and I just kept going like this. And I just never stop. And that's how you want to be. You want to hit the ground running. Don't stop. Don't be stagnant. You want to increase your talents in the truth. If you're a sister, you want to increase in the truth. You want to figure out new ways. You win something, you get a win, right? Then you move to the next thing. You don't waste too much time on one thing. You always keep your mind going consistently going. And as long as you do that, and I'm letting y'all know what's really inside of my head, how my mind works. We get something accomplished, we keep moving. We don't stop. We keep moving. We get it. Yeah, that was cool. Oh, that was nice. Oh, man. Oh, Most High in Christ. Oh, that was cool. All right, keep going. Well, it's done. All right, we're going to keep going. And that's how you want to be. You don't want to harbor too much on the moment, and you don't want to celebrate every win. You know what I mean? You want to celebrate some wins, but a lot of wins you don't want to celebrate. You just want to keep it moving. You know what I mean? And that's then, as long as you keep that spirit and you don't ever let that spirit die, and you remember why you came into the truth. That's what you got to do. If you a sister, remember why you're here. Remember that. Remember when you came here and you got your name and you said your name 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And you got anointed and you put oil on your head. Remember that. Remember those days. Remember, I got the video when you got your name. I saved it in my Facebook. I was going to bring it out. I saved all the brothers. Days videos when they got their name. You know what I'm saying? Just to show you years down the line when you fall off or whatever. Just remember this day. Remember that day. Remember when you was in here and we asked you, hey, is this what you want to do? And you said yeah. You know what I mean? You didn't say yeah to me. You said yeah to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You said that. You said yes to the Lord, that I'm going to do this work. And I'm in it, and I'm down with you. And so the Lord is looking at it like, all right, I see you. All right. You said we said your name 3 times, didn't we? Ain't that how many times we said? If you a sister, we said your name 3 times. That's what we said, and we put oil on your head. When you didn't say yes to me, you didn't say your name 3 times back to me. You said your name three times back to the angels that recorded it. So 2 years from now, when you mad and you on Facebook and you trying to shame the school and you're like, well, I'm escaping the cult, just remember with the oath that you took. Just remember the promise that you made to the Lord. So when the Lord starts to spank you and the Lord starts to really show you, you know what I mean, his bad side, then you can't blame nobody else but yourself. You can't blame us. You can't blame the school. You can try. You can blame the school. You might get a couple people to listen to you for maybe a month. But then ain't nobody going to care no more after that. And guess what? The school is going to keep on going, keep on growing. Passover is going to keep on getting bigger. You know what I mean? And you're not going to stop nothing. You know what I mean? You might have a little moment in time where some niggas will probably listen to you live and just want to have sex with you. And so they'll tell you that you're right and you shouldn't be in there because they weak as hell just like you. You know what I mean? And they want to have sex with you. All right? All right. All right, let's get it. All right, you keep going, warrior. You got it. Let them know where you at.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 9.
Hold on, Proverbs. Say it one more time.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
How long wilt thou sleep,
Uh-huh.
O sluggard?
Uh-huh.
When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep?
Uh-huh.
Verse 10. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep.
Right, you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
What's the folding of the hands?
Like this, right?
Nah, the folding of the hands is like this. This is what you want to do all day. You just want to be like this all day and talk trash all day. That's all you want to do. You don't want to do no work. You just want to be like this all day. See the sisters over here, man. See, these sisters, they don't got the spirit of the Lord, you know. See, these sisters right here, they don't really know about sisterhood, you know. That's why I only deal with the sisters that I'm cool with. I don't deal with everybody because see, we got sisterhood right here, us too. Yo, hey, we got sisterhood over here, us 3 right here. And what about the other, you know, hundreds of sisters? But they ain't got none either. They ain't got none. We only got it over here. No, you don't have it over there. Y'all ain't got no sisterhood. You know what y'all got? Y'all have a relationship built off of backbiting, right? Backbiting. right? Tail bearing, right? And then guess what's gonna happen in the end? It's all gonna come out because y'all gonna start telling on each other. That's what's gonna happen. In the council, y'all gonna start telling on each other. And y'all gonna hate each other. Right. And then y'all gonna end up falling out and y'all ain't gonna be friends no more. Right. And as soon as General Muhammad said, well, who said this? She said it. She said this, and this. And she said this, and this. And then the other sister, well, she said this, and this. And it's all gonna come out. And guess what? I'm gonna be sitting there on hold, right? I'm gonna be on the phone too, right? And I'm gonna be on hold. And all the generals, everybody gonna be on hold, right? On mute. We all gonna be on mute. And we gonna be hearing the story. And then I'm just gonna be sitting there like, right? Same thing, man. It goes both ways, man. You know, you can't build a relationship off of gossip. You can't build a relationship off of that type of thing. Goes for brothers too. You can't build a relationship off of gossip. You can't build a relationship off of talking about your brother. You know what I mean? You can't build relationships like that. Because what's going to end up happening, because y'all relationship is built on sand, right? And not nothing that's an actual real foundation, is going to fall apart. And then, you know, y'all gonna dime each other out in the end. You know what I mean? Because General Muhammad is not I'm trying to tell you, he gonna pick the story apart. He gonna pick it down to the bones. he gonna see the meat on the bones, and he gonna eat the meat all the way down to the bones. And then you're gonna think that you can just go in and just, you know, I always say it's black court. You know what I mean? Like councils is black court. It's you know, like black court is like, we didn't heard all the slick stuff. You know, you can't slick a slickster. We didn't heard it all. We didn't seen it all. Everybody didn't seen it. You know, we all from the streets. You know what I mean? We from the goddamn hood like you. So we didn't heard all the, you know what I mean? We didn't heard all the game. You dealing with niggas that didn't heard game, niggas that didn't ran game. You know what I mean? We just got our lives together. Niggas ain't got their lives together, but we didn't heard it. Niggas didn't heard it. You know what I mean? You dealing with hustlers, niggas that used to be hustlers, niggas that used to be pimps, niggas that used to be whatever you want to call it. But all of that, now niggas got their life together. You think you're going to come into a court full of those niggas and you're going to get over on niggas with, you're going to be able to gloss over the facts, and you're going to be able to get by because we don't, you know what I mean? Like we don't know what the hell's going on. We know what's going on. You might be able to get over in Esau's court like that because he doesn't really know the game and he doesn't know slick stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like how we know it. And that's what ends up happening, man. So that's why we got to build our brotherhood and our sisterhood on a strong foundation. You know what I mean? And you don't have the luxury of leaving this truth. You don't have that. Everybody on here, the 12 people that's on here, you don't have the luxury of leaving the truth. You don't have that luxury. Some people might. They might be able to fall off for a couple years, come back, you know, hey, what's up now? You know, now you a captain now. You know what I mean? And they come back, oh, man, what's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, I was in the school back in the 90s. Yeah, but, well, you haven't been here the last, 20 years. So what the hell does that mean? You know what I mean? I done seen cats come in here with that yak talking about, yeah, see, I was in the old UPK. See, I was back in the day with Marshall and Arya, and them niggas left again. They left again. I'm like, what? Oh, you was back here today? You was back here when Hebrew Academy was hard. Right, you was back here when it was different, when Aria's rooms was like this and everything was like that, and I'm like, oh, you can respect that, okay, yeah, that's dope, and then you leave again. So, none of that means, it doesn't mean anything. What matters is that you're here now. You know what I mean? If sisters, I've heard sisters say that too. Like, see, I remember I used to be back here back in the day. You know what I mean? I was here when it was this sister and that sister was in here and this and that. And then you going, you leaving again. You going. You couldn't stick around for 6 months. Oh man. So if you don't know what it means to do work, then just look at a goddamn ant. Just put your head on the ground and then just look to the side and look for an ant, because I'm pretty sure you can see one working somewhere on the ground. Because that's all they do is work. And just look and see what an ant does. You know what I mean? If you don't know what work is, right? Just consider what an ant does, and maybe you can get some understanding on what it takes to do some goddamn work. All right? Because all you want to do is really just sit back with your damn hands folded, and you're not really about doing no work, and you just want to blame it on everybody because you're just lazy. All right? Endurance. That's what we're talking about. Let me get Matthew 12:43. Yeah, I'm ready, warrior.
Matthew chapter 12 and verse 43.
Uh-huh.
When the unclean spirit is going out of a man, he walketh through dry places.
Right, that's the demons. You know what I mean? Like now the demons, they're not, because you got rid of, you know what I mean, your weed addiction, or you got rid of your coke addiction. You know what I mean? Or you got rid of your addiction to whores. You know what I'm saying? Prostitutes. You know, whatever your addiction was, you fixed that. You know what I'm saying? And you came into the truth and you was able to deal with it. You know, whether if it was a sister that had a loud mouth in the world, you was a sister that just ready to go to war with any nigga. You know what I mean? But you overcame that. You know what I'm saying? And now you a new person. You know, and that demon that was in you, now that demon is just in dry places. It's, you know, where that demon was is clean now. Go ahead.
Dry places, seeking rest and findeth none. Verse 44. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
Right. So the demon, he wants to get back in you. You know what I mean? And he's determined to do it. Right. Read on.
And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept and garnished. Verse 45. Then goeth he, and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself.
Right. So this goes into, you know, when a brother or a sister leave the school, right? Now you came into the school and you was a super ock. You was you was super ock, you know what I'm saying? Like it. You know what I mean? You was in here, you know, you was militant and everything, you know what I'm saying? You had the high boots on. You know what I mean? You had the high boots on, you know what I'm saying? You was, you know what I mean? You was the super ock. But then, you know what I mean? You leave the truth. Now it's 7 more demons that's on you. And now they're more stronger and more powerful than the ones that was on you before. So now it's harder for you to come back into the truth now. It's harder for you to get that traction again. You know what I mean? One would be, I could totally see where embarrassment would be, you know what I mean? That would definitely be one, the embarrassment of you having to come back and see, and have to face the brothers that you left, you know what I mean? Because now you got to rebuild your reputation again because everybody saw you leave. So now we know you're a person that will run when the battle really gets heated up. We know that you'll run and you'll leave. And you're really like, you know, in the world, you know, they got names for people like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what they call it? You a mark. In Cali, they call you a mark, a bitch ass nigga. You know what I mean? So like it for my language. You know what I mean? That's what they call you in the world. You know what I mean? You a sucker. You know what I mean? You know, we call it a coward, right? But you know, but you leave and then try to come back it's like it's going to be harder for you because Israel, man. Israel is one of the hardest forgiving people. You know what I mean, to each other. You know what I mean. We'll forgive everybody else, but like you ever heard this? I forgive, but I don't forget. You know what I mean? It's like Israel is just hard to forgive, and so if you run when the heat is on and you leave your brothers, man, to fight this war without you. Because I guess other things that you want to do is more important. Then when you come back, you're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to deal with that on your jacket. The fact that you was a coward and you left us. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, right? That's just one thing. Then the pride. Your pride is gonna come into play because now all the brothers that was under you are now over you now. You get my point? So I'm just showing you the demons that are going to be stacked up against you now, right? Now, brothers ain't really trying to brothers going to accept you back, but everybody's going to look at you like, well, let's give him some time. You know what I mean? Let's see what he's going to do. Let's see, And then you got all of those things. Then you got the other things that you was dealing with before that's going to come and hit you harder. You know what I'm saying? So your best bet is just to stay here. To stay in the truth, and you fight while you're in the truth. Right. The sisters, same thing. So it's like, so what I was just trying to, illustrate and demonstrate is just how the things that get stacked up against you, and it'll be harder for you to come back. It'll be harder for you to get rid of those demons again, because now it wasn't as hard as it was the first time for you to get in the truth. So a lot of people, because it's so hard, you just leave here and go to another camp. You leave here and go to a different camp. You be the brothers on the side of the road for Christ. Brothers on the side of the road for Christ. And you just, and that's the hard part, because you're gonna have to say shalom, and you know better. Hey, you know better. That you know what I mean? You're gonna have to have fringes on your t-shirt, and you know better. That's the hard part. You know what I mean? Like Christ said, man, what gain if a man to gain the world and lose his soul? You know what I mean? Like, that's the hard part. Like, you know better, and you still gonna have to shalom it up, because you got to fit in with the new brothers that you with. You know what I mean? Ecclesiasticus 19. She put it in all caps too. Let's see what it is. Hold on, let me look at it. Ecclesiasticus 19. 1 second, sis. Got you. Let me just take a look at it real quick. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus 19. 8. Okay. Okay, let's go up to let me go up to let's go up to 6. All right. You got it, Warrior? Yeah, Warrior. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife.
Right. You know what I mean? If you remember, they said that the tongue is a little member, but life and death is in the tongue. But if you can, if you could keep your mouth shut, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't gotta, you ain't gotta go to the club talking about, we the Israelites. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, always run your mouth all the damn time. Sometimes you can keep your mouth shut. You ain't gotta reveal everything to everybody all the time. You know what I mean? Everybody don't care about the fact that the Greeks had us in captivity. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you just gotta know how to rule your tongue. Sometimes it's just better just to keep silence and hold your peace, right? But that could go for anything, right? Go ahead.
And he that have babbling shall have less evil.
Right. He that hateth babbling.
And he that hateth babbling shall have less evil.
Right. So meaning that you like because you a type of person that's always running your mouth all the damn time. Those type of people, they have a lot of evil come to them. Because guess what? As soon as somebody say, who told you that? Well, Koyashwan said, you know what I mean, that this person said this and this and that, and then it comes back to you, right? But if you the type of person that, I ain't with all that talking. You know how brothers in the world say it all the time like that. Like, I ain't with all that talking, man. You know what I mean? Go somewhere else with that, man. I ain't with all that gossiping. You know what I mean? Then you'll have less evil that'll come to you because you're the type of person that don't deal with none of that. Go ahead.
Verse 7, rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee.
Right.
And thou shalt fear never the worst.
Right. So don't go running and telling which the hell you heard. You know what I mean? A lot of times, like somebody might come to you, a brother might come to you in confidence, and they might tell you, hey, man, you know what I mean? I'm a little messed up this month. I don't really have the money like that. I'm dealing with this and that. And then you go to somebody else and be like, man, guess what, man? Such and such don't got no money to pay their bills. Damn, they ain't got no money. I thought they was doing good. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that type of a brother or a sister. All right, keep going.
Verse 8, whether it be to friend or foe, talk not of other men's lives.
Right, meaning that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to always keep somebody's name in your mouth all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like about their personal business, things that they got going on, whether it's your enemy or not. You know what I mean? Like there's people that's enemies of the school. I don't care about what they talk about. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do a 6-hour video talking about a nigga that's like one of my enemies. Like, yeah, because see, look, they said this. A lot of these fake Israelite groups do that. They'll do a 6-hour video on somebody that they don't like. You know what I mean? It's like, who the hell cares, man? Let it go. They're not in my world. They don't stop camp. They don't stop classes. They don't stop anything that we got going on here. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll address it or whatever if we at camp, or I'll address it like if I'm asked about it or something like that, or I'm gonna prophesy against a false prophet or something like that. But as far as like your personal business or who you dating or, who you married to in the school and all that, and I don't give a damn what the hell, I'm just gonna throw a name. I don't give a damn what, Hashar is doing in another goddamn camp with his wives and all that. Who the hell cares? Right? Go ahead.
And if thou castest without offense, reveal them not.
Say it again.
And if thou canst
hold on, where you at?
Verse 8.
Okay, go ahead.
And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not.
Right. So you so it says if thou canst without offense, reveal them not, meaning that you it's going to be offensive. It's okay. Salakia. Meaning that you can't, if thou canst, it's kind of written crazy. If thou canst without offense, reveal them not. Meaning that if you can't, when you reveal you talking about somebody or, what, you want to say something?
Nah, I was trying to break it down in my head. It is written weird.
Yeah, because canst is like if you can't, right? So it said if thou canst without offense, reveal them not. Like, so meaning that it's going to be an offense to you if you reveal them. So if you can't without offense reveal them for, by, talking about another person or different things like that. And it's not going to, and that's going to be an offense that you're going to have to deal with. Then it's just best just not even to talk about it. Do you get my point?
Like, it shouldn't come off as like you gossiping. Like,
right. Meaning like, okay, like, let me try to give you another example. Okay, say like if you talking about somebody, right? So like in the beginning of the verse it says, whether be friend or foe, talk not of another man's lies. And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not. Meaning that you can't it's going to be an offense if you do it. You know what I mean? So the best thing is just like, because you're talking about other men, you're talking about them, and when it comes back to you, right? It's going to be an offense to you. So it's just best not to even do it. You get my point?
Concept.
All right. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh.
See that? That gives you the understanding right there. Because he heard and observed you. Right? Keep reading.
For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee.
Right, because you talking about somebody, right? And you know that once they find out that it's you talking about them, then that offense is going to come to you. So if you know the offense is going to come to you, and you know that by you talking and running your mouth, and if you don't want that offense to come to you, you might as well just be quiet and just don't talk about a person, right? And then when you do that, and when that person finds out that it is you, that person's going to end up hating you as a result of it, right? This is really talking about like brotherhood, right? Talking about brotherhood, talking about sisterhood, right? Keep reading.
Verse 10. If thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee, and be bold. It will not burst thee.
Right, meaning that like it won't burst you. Like, you know how some people, like they say you can't hold water. You know what I mean? Okay. Like some people just can't hold water. So they just, you know, you just got to tell somebody, because if not, if you holding it in, you just, when it's talking about being bold, it's like, just be strong, man. You know what I mean? You ain't got to run your mouth all the time. That's basically what it's talking about. Running your mouth all the damn time, not being able to hold water. You know, like they got raps about it. You know what I mean? You can't hold water. You can't, you're that type of person. And you're going to be the type of person that's going to offend people, and things are going to come back to you because you just can't keep your damn mouth shut. You know, the Bible's written by black people. All right. It was any more?
5, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, Sherrod, now. Yeah. Paul Bob said, consider the ants. Right. Yeah, you don't want to leave, man. You want to make sure that you know what I mean, you stay into it. That's a great scripture too, Sherrod. I'm gonna add this to my my arsenal. That was Ecclesiasticus 19, 8 through 10. Ecclesiasticus 19, 8 through 10. That's a good one. All right. Any more? If anybody got anything else, you know what I mean.
She also got another one.
Oh, she got another one. 29 and 22. Okay, hold on, let me see. She going to 25. Okay, okay. Can somebody look up fair, Fare, F-A-R-E? F-A-R-E. I think it's like it's a fair. Like I think it's fair as money.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what it is. Okay. Okay. I heard this breakdown before. Okay, so this is about helping someone out, in their time of need, but not. Hold on, I'm trying to see where I can get a good way to start it at. What you got? Let's hear it. I'm trying to get a good one to. Man, my phone about to go dead. I pretty much I got it, but go ahead. What you want to say? Like if you think you got it, just break it down.
I mean, I think verse 22, like better is the life of a poor man in a mean college, I'm guessing, than a delicate fare in another man's house. Like, what I'm thinking is, if you don't need to be like, if you don't need the help, don't just take advantage of a brother in a sense. Like,
yeah, so it's like, you ever heard that where they say like you could do bad all by yourself. Like you don't need to, you know what I mean? It's better to, like it's like you ever heard somebody say I'd rather be poor and be in my own SHIT than have a bunch of money and then be living with somebody and subjected to somebody else's rules and stuff like that. Right? Keep going. My phone about to go dead. Slagia.
Verse 23.
Be
it little or much, hold thee contented. That thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
Say that one more. I'm sorry, Slagia.
Go for the top.
Let me see. What the hell? This thing going. Slagia. I gotta grab the Bible, man, real quick, man. Look at the Bible real quick, man. All right. All right. Well, read it one more time, Warrior, from the top, if you can.
Ecclesiastes is chapter 29 and verse 22. Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house. Verse 23. Be it little or much, hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
Okay.
Verse 24. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house, from where thou art a stranger. Thou darest not open thy mouth.
Oh man, okay. I'm okay. The best way I can break this down is like, okay, it's like, okay, it's better. Okay, let me break it down to you like this, right? It's better to have your read that one more time from verse 22, and we're gonna break it down slow. Go ahead.
Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage. Right,
in a mean cottage, right? So it's better to be a poor man, you know what I'm saying, in a house where, this is going on, that's going on, right? Go ahead.
than delicate fare in another man's house.
Right. So it's better to have all these things going on in your own SHIT, in your own crib, right? Than to have money and you know and but you dealing with it in somebody else's house where you don't have that same type of control, right? Because it's another man's house, right? Keep reading.
Verse 23, be it little or much, hold thee contented.
Right. Whether it be a little bit, you know what I mean? Whether you have a little bit of bread or you have a lot of bread, you know what I'm saying? Read it one more time.
Be it little or much, hold thee contented.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
That thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
Right, that thou hear the reproach of thy house, meaning that, okay, shit. I'm trying to think the best way to break this down. I got it like on the tip of my tongue.
Ecclesiastes chapter 29 and verse 20.
I got it on the tip of my tongue, sis. Man, let me trying to figure out a way to break this down. Salakia, give me a second. Let me break. I'll probably have to go back up and get a little bit more context on it though. But I got it though. I know this verse. I got it broken down before. But yeah, let me. I'm not 100%, so let me just hold off from breaking it down. All right. If it comes to me, sis, I'll go back to it. All right. Let me see. Bring this back up. Hold on 1 second. I feel like I'm missing something. Something is not. I feel like I'm missing something. That's Ecclesiasticus, right?
God.
Hold on. All right, give me 1 second, sis. Let me go up a little bit. Hold on. What was it? Ecclesiasticus what? 22?
29 verse 22.
Okay, 29 and 22. Hold on. Go ahead. I got it.
Would it be saying like if I may, would it be saying like it's better to like it's similar to the scripture where it talks about living a beggar's life isn't a life worth living.
Yeah, because
along those lines, and it's saying here that it's better for you to live in a poor house it's better for a poor man to live in a mean cottage, meaning like a basic cottage, and then to live where you got all the glitz and glamour, the butler and whatever in someone else's house, and it ain't even yours. Right. You're still living off of someone else. Right.
This is because if you go up to the beginning of the chapter, it's talking about, like helping someone out who's like in a lower state than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, and it's basically going into like how it would be if the tables were turned on you.
Mm-hmm.
You get my point? And so when it talks about like, when you go up to verse, what is it? No, you have to actually go back up to like verse 8. So it says, yet have thou patience with a man in a poor state, and delay not to show him mercy. Help the poor for the commandment's sake, and turn him not away because of his poverty. Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost. You know what I mean? And then it talks about like, it talks about, and I'm not 100%, you know what I'm saying, like how I'm going to break it down. But I'm pretty sure that's what the whole thing is talking about. It's talking about how when the tables turn on you, you're gonna know how it was from the other brother. You know what I mean? Perspective. So like it, but I'll give you the breakdown on it. If you can remember, sis, the next time we Nah, I got you, sis. I'm gonna get the breakdown for you. All right. So let's go to John. Let me go to 1 John 4:1. All right.
First John chapter 4 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are God or of God, because many false prophets are going out into the world.
That's what you got to do with the truth, right? You got to make sure that you know what I'm saying, you try the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times brothers, you know, they don't try the spirit. They just look at the materialistic things that, you know, that you see. And so that's kind of the spirit that you go on to, you know, to bring you in. And brothers join organizations like that because they see like the money, or they see like, you know, the person is flaunting, you know, different kinds of money. But you always want, whenever you join something, you want to, you know, try the spirit of what it actually turns out. You know what I'm saying? And like what you see as a result of the tree. You know what I mean? Like, you know how I say you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. So you want to, whenever you checking out an organization, you want to see what comes off the tree, the fruit that it bears off of the tree. So that's why you want to, you know, you always want to try the spirit. So when you come in and you ask questions or whatever, we can get it answered for you. You know what I mean? You just gotta be, you'll get the answer. It's no sweat. You know what I mean? And if I don't have it, I can go to somebody that does have it. You know what I mean? And that's how it got to be. You know what I'm saying? Like a brother or a sister, you want to always try the spirit. You know what I mean? Well, whatever you following, and you got to see that spirit. And Commander Jim Yohana teaches us to have brotherhood and sisterhood. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing. You want to make sure that you hone into that. Read it one more time.
1 John chapter 4 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Beloved, believe not every spirit.
Believe what?
Believe not every spirit. Because
a lot of times, when we believe every spirit, that's pretty much where we at today. You know, we believe every spirit. You know what I mean? Everybody that said that they're going to do something for us, we believe it because we just can't, not believe them. You know what I mean? Because in our spirit, we want to always believe somebody that's going to, do something right by us. You know what I'm saying? And so we try to believe everything, but we can't because the scripture is telling us not to. Right? Keep reading.
Beloved, believe not every spirit,
mm-hmm.
but try the spirits whether they are of God.
Mm-hmm.
Because many false prophets are going out into the world.
Uh-huh.
Verse 2. Hereby know ye the spirit of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh of the Most High.
Mm-hmm. This is talking about Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of, Edomites that say that same thing. You know what I mean? But this is not talking about them, right? Let me get Lamentations 3 and 22.
Sir.
All right, no sweat, warrior. When you get it, we good to go. Let me see what time we got. Man, okay, we got one more. This will be the last one.
You said 3 and 22, sir?
Yeah.
Lamentations chapter 3 and verse 22.
Uh-huh.
It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed.
That's the only reason why we're still here. We're here because it's the Lord. The mercy that the Lord had on us is the reason why we're still here. Right? Read on.
it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not.
Right, because the fact that the Lord had enough compassion on us to where we wasn't consumed. Because right now we would be. I mean, we're consumed with everything else. The only thing left is our lives, really. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that we left with, is the fact that we're able to live, because everything else has been taken away from you. You know what I mean? And it's that great mercy of the Lord is why, because trust me, if the oppressor could figure out a way to just straight up just eliminate us off the planet and not have to worry about Black Lives Matter anymore, and, you know, all of this, you know, these black movements, they would do it. But the only reason that they haven't done it is because of the Lord. You know what I mean? And because of the mercy of the Lord allowed us to be destroyed, but not totally be destroyed. You know what I mean? Because we still have our lives, and we still can, you know, we're still in the captivity, but we still, you know, have the mercy of the Lord, you know, and that's the reason why we're not consumed. All right. So, anybody got any more questions? Oh, no sweat, sis. Yeah, I'm gonna have that. I'll have it for you on Tuesday. If not, then just hit. If you don't get it by, I'm gonna say Thursday, General Muhammad will probably be doing a scripture breakdown. You probably could tune into that and ask him the question. But if not, then if you don't get it by then I'll just have it. I'll definitely have it to you by Thursday myself. All right, because I'll be going live too on Thursday. All right. So with that being said, y'all got any questions?
Nah, sir.
All right, no sweat. Well, I'm gonna end the class. I'm gonna pass it over to Precinct Officer Matazi Allah. All right. Nah. Most High in Christ.
ISUPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashara. 10% for every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest funds, free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. It's whatever amount you like to donate. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial of blowing of trumpets, which will be held at 202 North DuPont Boulevard, Smyrna, Delaware. We will be hosting the memorial of blowing of trumpets at our Smyrna, Delaware location. Right? Our Smyrna school. We will be hosting the High Holy Day there. All right. So come on out and show support. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, with Israel, Elijah, we'll give a courtesy salute. With Israel, Elijah Shabbat, Elijah, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Yahweh, Sergeant, turn. Gives courtesy salute to the Sister Majum, Individual Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Allah, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Matah, class dismissed.